number of different race types in Midnight Club Los Angeles, and what they do is they take this huge network of roads and break it up into various circuits. They want you to follow a certain path at times, so they'll throw down those yellow flares or markers when you go from one to another. And they give you a little arrow telling you what direction the next one is coming, and you can also check on your map on the bottom left. And I found myself doing that quite a bit because I hadn't memorized all the roads yet. There's a heck of a lot of roads in this game to memorize, and once you become familiar with them, you'll find shortcuts. It's a lot like Burnout Paradise in that respect, which is a good thing. It rewards you for repeat gameplay and learning the environment and shortcuts and all kinds of fun stuff. Hey! Other races want you to go from one point in the city to another, finding your own route and the fastest way to get there. There's car delivery missions where you drive a vehicle from point A to point B. There's time trial races. And all in all, the driving in the game is pretty good. Although I've mentioned numerous times the game reminds me of Grand Theft Auto, the driving style of the game is far beyond what you'll find in any of the GTA games. Each of the cars handled differently, and when you apply performance upgrades, they do make a difference, and you can feel it in the driving. As you see on screen, there's a tremendous cockpit view, and you can modify your steering wheels and gauges, and I'll show you that in a moment. They're not reinventing the wheel here. What you do is you win races, you win money, you buy cars. You have to play through the game and through the missions and races to unlock certain vehicles and performance upgrades. And this isn't like Grid where you just get $3 billion in the first couple races. You have to play for a while to get the money to buy some of the more exotic cars. First couple cars I bought were the Datsun Z and the Pontiac Firebird, which you see on screen. You can change the color and do pretty much anything you want to this car, with the exception of installing a micro fridge. This is one of the highlights of the game because it's a lot of fun to just go through your vehicles and tweak them and change the neon and the colors and the graphics and the steering wheels and the gauges and the exhaust pipes. If you have a lot of time on your hands to spend with this game, this is one of the best, most addictive aspects. To create your vehicle, drive it in races, and then watch it in replays. Midnight Club Los Angeles is available on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3. What we're watching is the PlayStation 3 version. On the 360 version, you get achievement points. On the PS3 version, there's trophies. I haven't compared the two, but I imagine they look more or less the same. The game uses the PlayStation 3 controller like you'd expect. You can configure your driving controls, which is nice. I always like it when they give you the option to configure your PlayStation controller in any way you want, and there is wheel support. If you played Forza 2, the graphic creation screens are very similar in how they work. You can create different layers and put logos and designs and graphics on there, and they give you a ton of custom graphics that they've created to choose from, everything from animals to designs to machine guns. Once you master that, you can design pretty much whatever your imagination and skill will allow you to design for your car. Like I said in the first part, I've had a good time with the game. This is one that you could lose a month of your life in without even going outside and just playing Midnight Club Los Angeles. I think their choice of cities is somewhat cliche, and it'd be fun if they just created more of a fictional environment, but you know, that's just me. Maybe a different city. Be creative. Midnight Club Anchorage. They always seem to have you driving in exotic, famous locations. Midnight Club Cleveland, or Pittsburgh, Buffalo, Detroit. Let's choose some cities that have massive potholes to swallow your Lamborghini. Or just go completely nuts. Midnight Club Cybertron, Midnight Club Mos Eisley, Midnight Club whatever land the Smurfs live in. Driving away from Gargamel, crushing Smurfs with your Datsun Z. Does anybody remember the cartoon from the early 80s where there's like a teenager that transforms into a red Firebird or Camaro? And he wasn't a transformer. I mean, he literally just morphed into a Trans Am. Like his hands turned into wheels. I don't remember what that was called, but it was awesome. That reminds me of the glory days when they named cars after cool things, unlike the Mazda 6 or Audi A4, the Pontiac Firebird.
Just because you went first, I am not impressed.
Maybe they'll bring back AMC and create the Wind Squid. It would be like the AMC Eagle except with tank treads, a micro fridge, and a giant Wind Squid logo on the front hood with flames. It would also transform into a giant robot with 2 machine guns, speak jive, and run on lava. That would be the answer to all of our environmental problems. There's no shortage of lava, and there's definitely a need for a jive-talking robot that transforms into an AMC Wind Squid.